Hey guys, it's Jack Sanders, a construction worker and head of content at workbootsguru.com. For many years, I've suffered a lot from bad knees until I got to know how a pair of work boots could help me. From then, I learned and improved a lot. I mean, my knee pain is almost non-existent. And since I make videos to help you guys, this is my shot at showing you some great work boots if you have bad knees. I hope it helps you. To begin this video, I'd like to start talking about the benefits of using proper work boots for bad knees. The first benefit resides in that the correct work boots will guard the knees by absorbing shock from high impact activities, like walking all day on hard surfaces. This will let the knee ligaments rest, which will help the worker to get rid of knee pain and prevent any injuries. Secondly, the boots will help the worker's knees to stabilize his core and lower limbs in a way that reduces strain. Something that's really important, as without stabilization, it's much easier to injure the knees. I mean, a simple twist could bust out your knee and leave you on a bed for months. And the third benefit is that the correct pair of work boots will support the entire muscular system, helping previous injuries to heal while also reducing risk of new knee injuries, as this type of support diminishes the strain on the joints. Sadly, we all age, which is why we should always seek to support our old joints in every way we can. Moving on, I would also like to talk about the consequences of choosing the wrong work boots for standing all day so you get a closer idea on what is at stake. First, due to the high stress the job of a tradesman puts on his knees, wearing the wrong work boots while having bad knees can result in a paralyzing burning pain in the front of the kneecaps, which will affect the worker's concentration and overall performance. Secondly, due to this pain, the worker will adopt a non-ergonomic posture, straining the back muscles to make small adjustments that will surely lead to spasms, which will bring a severe back pain. Finally, if the worker continues to deal with the same knee pain without making any changes, this problem will only persist until the last measure present to solve this issue will be getting surgery. This means spending large sums of money and struggling with huge pains. Let's now change perspectives onto a more positive note and talk about the features workers should look for if they want to find work boots that will help them with their bad knees. The first feature workers should look for are good outsoles, as these will provide enough traction to prevent the worker's feet from accidentally rotating inwards, thus potentially causing a knee injury. The second types of features these work boots should have are shock-absorbing midsoles and cushioned footbeds, as they will absorb the shock that comes with walking on hard surfaces, which will help the worker in avoiding direct stress on the knees. The third feature workers should look for in their boots is a lightweight structure, as it will be more comfortable and will also make it easier to move their feet around, which will in turn put less stress on their knees. Moving on, I'd like to briefly talk about how I did to choose the 5 boots that I will talk about in this video. First, I did a balance test, as when the knees are not properly balanced, they can fall out of alignment, leaving them open to injuries. During this test, I made sure to walk around on uneven terrain and on slippery floors, taking note on which boots helped me to stay stable and which of them did not. Secondly, I did the shock absorption test because workers are always walking on hard surfaces that put tremendous amounts of stress on the knees. In this test, I tried to test out the boots on hard surfaces, like concrete, to see how my knees felt after dealing with those unforgiving surfaces. Then I did a lightweight test. During this test, I would always pay special attention to how heavy the boots felt, as heavy boots not only would make me feel exhausted by the end of the day, they could also throw my knees out of alignment, which could cause me an injury. So, after testing many work boots, I arrived at the following list of 5 boots I think were the best for workers that suffer from bad knees. I didn't really put them in any order, so don't pay too much attention to it, okay? Let's do this. In 5th place, I chose the Thorogood 814-4200 American Heritage work boots. In terms of comfort, these work boots had removable dual-density cushioned inserts that worked to provide me exceptional shock-absorbing capabilities that reduced the force of any high-impact activities I would do at the worksite, like walking on concrete surfaces. Moreover, when talking about protective features, these work boots came with durable rubber wedge outsoles that were resistant to oil and slips, giving me an excellent traction to move around my worksite while reducing the risk of falls and knee injuries. They also had fiberglass shanks, which provided me with stability that played an essential part in keeping my knees from going off and getting injured. Finally, in terms of durability, these boots came with a rich brown oil-tanned leather that gave off an American heritage look. This same material also provided an outstanding level of durability in the harshest working conditions I would test the boots in. The boots also came built following the Goodyear welt construction process, which ensured me the boots were not only strong, but also fully repairable. Then, I selected the Irish Setter 83605 work boots to get the 4th place on my list of the best work boots for bad knees. These boots came with great comfort features, such as EVA midsoles that absorb the shocks that came from the high impact activities I would do at the construction site that would put a lot of stress on my knees. This feature, of course, prevented knee pain and knee injuries from happening. Additionally, they had PU removable footbeds that provided me with comfort all day long, which let me achieve a great level of performance. They also had great protective features, such as white rubber EVA traction tread outsoles that gave me better traction when walking on slippery surfaces. This helped me in getting a better balance, which prevented knee pain and injuries to happen as imbalance puts high levels of stress in the knees. Also, they came built surpassing electric hazard safety standards, which tamed the risk of getting electrocuted, a danger that's always present at the construction site where I work at. And finally, in terms of durability attributes, these boots had heat-resistant outsoles that could handle more than 475 degrees Fahrenheit, which was something really valuable for me as I normally walk on abrasive surfaces. Finally, these Irish Setter 83605 boots came built following the Goodyear welt construction method, which is very famous for its sturdiness, making the boots one of the most durable work boots I've ever tested. In the 3rd place, I put the famous Danner Vicious work boots. These work boots came with impressive comfort features such as dual density EVA midsoles that provided me with a great deal of shock absorption, which kept away the stress on the knees that comes with high impact activities that all tradesmen do at their jobs. Also, the boots had trail guard platforms which helped my body in correctly distributing its weight, which was important as my body weight could cause the feet to swing too much while walking, something that could make knee injuries more likely. Moreover, the boots had respectable protective features such as oil and slip resistant outsoles with a 90-degree heel that provided excellent traction and stability, which meant that my knees would not go off causing a knee injury. Plus, the boots came with safety composite toes, which kept my toes safe from being injured and were also resistant to electrical hazards, which is something that would keep me safe from being electrocuted. And the boots also came with breathable and waterproof Gore-Tex liners that allowed my feet to stay dry, as they kept me safe from having to deal with either feet moisture or sweat. And finally, as to the boots' durability features, they came with abrasion-resistant toes and heel caps that protected the boots and my feet from dangerous external substances. On 2nd place, I listed the Timberland Pro Boondock work boots. In terms of comfort, these work boots were made with a dual density dynamic anti-fatigue technology that was responsible of absorbing shocks instead of sending them directly to my knees, which decreased the chances of knee injury. The boots also came with a dual-purpose top hardware, which gave me the convenience of letting my boots fit comfortably, and they also came with padded top collars that provided me with a more than comfortable experience when putting them on and taking them off. They had impressive protective features, like dual-density polyurethane and thermoplastic urethane outsoles, which helped me to avoid dangerous slips and falls. Also, they came with molded rubber toe protectors that protected my toes from falling objects that could land in my feet. Additionally, the boots came with a premium waterproof leather membrane that encased the boots as it was designed to keep the feet warm and dry. Finally, these boots had awesome durability attributes that made a good impression on me, such as their combination of Goodyear weld and cement hill construction methods followed to design and produce the boots, which added years of durability. Secondly, the boots came built with molded pro rubber toe protectors which were highly resistant to abrasions. And finally, the boots were made with antimicrobial mesh linings designed to provide odor control so I could avoid the shame of smelly feet. Finally, I chose the Wolverine DuraShock high performance work boots. These boots came built with great comfort features such as their polyurethane midsoles that soaked up shocks produced by the high impact activities I would do at the construction site, such as walking on concrete. This would keep my knees safe from unnecessary stress. Also, these Timberland boots came with cushioned footbeds made of a dual density polymer that's lighter than rubber but able to absorb more force, something that protected my knees from unnecessary damage. Moreover, they had extraordinary protective features like DuraShock outsoles that provided the necessary traction to let me walk on any surface, preventing falls and possible knee injuries. These boots were also equipped with electric hazard features which protected me from electrical currents at the construction site that kept me safe from the type of accident I'm most scared of, electrocution. The boots also had safety steel toes that protected my toes from getting squashed by heavy falling objects at the construction site, and 400 grams of Thinsulate Ultra insulation material that kept my feet warm through freezing outdoor temperatures. Finally, in terms of durability, these boots had full grain leather uppers that resisted the kind of stains and marks that might have typically damaged any other boots. And finally, the boots were also made following a combination of the closed cell polyurethane and the direct attach construction methods, which gave me the guarantee that the boots would hold together no matter what, as these are globally recognized manufacturing methods. Well, that was my take on the best work boots for bad knees. This video came as a result of hours and hours of work, so if you find time to drop a like or just share the video, that would be awesome. Also, you will find more information about these work boots in the description down below. Thanks!